Wonderful morning to everyone. This is an important date for the Indian markets to get the direction hereafter for the July, at least for the first 15 days we can expect. This has been discussed in yesterday's session itself, but however, we have been waiting for a Monday or Tuesday's movement. Mostly we are inclined with the positive surprise moments or huge moments between these 2 days, like we have discussed. So in that manner, yesterday it has tried to consolidate and given some retracement activities on the chart. That retracement, of course, a good one for the Nifty to attract a valuable buying on the demand zone. And today, the final day in the June month series. Based on today's movement, and of course, the tomorrow's one also will join with the significance and impact about that high and low ranges for these 2 days, today as well as tomorrow's one, would be directing the next few weeks sessions or a few weeks movements on the behavior side. So based on that, you should be very vigilant on today's and tomorrow's market movements. Yesterday's one, while observing, even though it has tried to slightly fallen down and the healthy retracement it was, because the support of 23,900 that has been not breached out and which has been acting as a demand zone for the Nifty in the recent sessions. So in that manner, if you want to participate on the buying side, means would be a better one for the long traders, whether it may be a day trading one or a positional trading setup. So the between 23,900 to 24,000, the positional traders may build the long positions. In case if it is breaking down below the 23,900, means of course there is another 100 points gap between the 23,900 and the 23,800 and 23,700 as the core one. That was a behavior shift zone as an interim basis. So with these 100 points of intervals, one can utilize the dips and all any happens to build the long or accumulate the same. So that only we have clearly stated here in the phrase column that healthy retracement support is intact. Today, the opening trend is expected to be in a cautiously positive way. Despite of mixed signals from the international markets, we can see the change in the behavior may be happening from today, and even it may be extended for tomorrow also, as per the importance of these 2 dates and the ranges. For the major part of the day, the Nifty would be trying to hold the 23,900 as the day's important and final support. In case if it is getting a break, there is no issue with the current behavior and structure, because until it is holding the 23,900 as a level on daily closing basis, nothing to be worried, and only concentration on the long build-up can be continued, even freshly also can be tried. The 24,200 is the checkpoint for the current Nifty's behavior, unless it is decisively closing above this 24,200 as the immediate resistance point on daily time frame. Chances for attracting the selling through the way of sell on rise and the profit booking based ones around 24,200, and the dragging maybe towards 24,000 as a 200 points of gains for the short doers. And in case if it is breaking 24,200, that is only not enough. It should close on the daily time frame. Anyhow, during the day, if you are seeing the 24,200 is easily getting breached out, means you can start accumulating further positions on the long, but not in an aggressive way. Because after 24,200 on the daily closing basis, once the confirmation we get means 24,400 to 24,500 will be the next target for the Nifty between the 200 to 300 points, and there is no historical based resistance. If it is trying to form the new one means that may not be a strong one. So these and all the favorable information for the long builders. From the positional aspect, despite of recent retracement or dips, whatever the thing may be happening, as long as the Nifty stays about 23,700 on the daily time frame or on daily closing basis, chances for reaching out the 24,400 and the 24,700 would be intactly holding by the Nifty. Today, the sectors importantly having the movements on the either side, particularly for the long side, what we can predict now, this bank and based on the short covering, automobile also can be watched out. Real estate stocks may be expected to continue their attempt to build the long or continue their northward journey. Oil and gas metal will be on the cautious side. Both sides of actions may be expected. Pharmaceuticals, despite of the recent retracement, it can be continued in the way of building longs by the way of approaching a mid-cap and several large-cap stocks under pharma sectors. Along with these sectors, you can add IT also because of the profit booking based movements yesterday. The IT stocks witnessed. Some stocks may be in the way of continuing their selling activity, but major stocks may be expected to give a support for the IT index and giving the reversal kind of activities, and long build-ups can also be seen. On the stocks front, today, importantly, the private bank-oriented stocks are actually occupied the list of stocks we have suggested for the day trading opportunities. That includes HDFC Bank because of the important managerial changes, that is a development-oriented one. And Axis Bank also the same managerial changes. Rights Limited, the MOU, that means Memorandum of Understanding with the Concord. So the container corporation, that is. And Yes Bank, based on the fundraising, huge fundraising the company has announced. And Afghans Infra, National Aluminium, Persistent Systems. These National Aluminium Persistent Systems based on technical behavior one can watch. So that's it for the day in the way of discussing the market outlook. Kindly ensure the stop loss strategy without compromising, without focusing on any single direction line. That's it for the day. We can see some queries forward that can be addressed now. Yeah, this gold support has been asked as query here. For the gold MCX, will be addressing the query. Based on the current trend, almost the gold nears the bottom creating zone. So the current negativity probably trying to complete when the gold approaches 1,39,000. Even it is extended, it may not be falling below 1,38,000. That's all. But anyhow, if you are holding any short positions, it is better to utilize even a minor fall from the current zone because the every support the gold is currently holding around 1,39,000, 1,38,000 to 800, 1,38,500. In the way the gold is having supports, so continuous and extended momentum of negativity may soon come to end through the way of forming the bottom, and the supports what and all frequently having at the bottom will also help the gold to recover sharply from the current zone. These are all actually suitable for the positional trade setups. If you are a day trader, the day trading activities can be expected in the way of consolidating with negative bias yet. Anyhow, the supports for the gold can be treated as 1,40,000, 1,40,000. Both are actually immediately falling as a support. So that can be treated as a buying opportunity and covering strategy for those who have already built the short positions. So 1,40,100 it is giving the support, means in advance to that one should actually start covering the short positions. So that's it for your query. Adani Power short-term target as the query has. For Adani Power, the stock yet actually trading as an expensive one. Anyhow, for the short term, which may be suitable for the 3-month period. So short term is 3 months at least. So that between this 0 to 3-month period, the short term activities on the Adani Power is telling that the consolidation with the needed retracement, like in the current month, it is still having. So this June entirely as a retracement opportunity the stock experienced, and which may be treated as an opportunity to build long moderately, not in an aggressive way, because the expensive valuation may even drag down the stock price towards 200 zone. So only the safe trader can participate around the 200 zone for building long for the short term or even for medium term. And if you are a risky trader or appetite for taking risk around the current zone, may have a strategy of accumulating further around 200. That means every 10 points or so one can accumulate. Now it is 227. So 210, 200 around the zones and all, one should accumulate as a strategy you should follow. Then you can try to hold the positions you built. The immediate resistance what the company share prices and all having means it is around 240. So until then, you can keep the positions alive. And once 240 it breaches means one can somewhat reduce the portion by booking the profit. That's it for Adani Power. Thanks for your queries. We can now conclude today's session. We wish everyone to have a cheerful day today, because it is a very core day for deciding the at least part of the July month's sessions. Along with the tomorrow's one also should be noted in the way of marking high and low. Thank you. Bye-bye.